Please go to change.org, search Mikayla Jones, and sign this petition for the proper investigation into the horrific disposal and possible murder of Mikayla Dylan Jones. The group possibly involved: Andrew Pierce on my left, Ethan Civey on my right. But let's not forget the one that would love to be forgotten, Briley Brackett. Welcome to Crimes Among Us. Day 1 of KK missing. Stacy Jones, her mother, would contact Briley Brackett, the last girl to hang out with Mikayla. However, Stacy's reaching out would fall on deaf ears, as she was ignored despite expressing her desperation. Briley and others had no idea the type of relationship that Stacy and KK had. They had a strong bond, one that couldn't be broken. Stacy, a very determined individual, on May 6th will continue to try to get Briley to contact her back. Finally, she responds, allegedly saying, "Sorry, Stacy, I'm sleeping with my 2-year-old right now. I was with her yesterday, but no joke, she left and I have no idea who she left with." Briley allegedly says that Mikayla is selfish to not at least tell her own mother that she is okay. Briley then allegedly tells Stacy that Mikayla had left with a guy whose name she couldn't remember. Stacy would then ask Briley for her personal phone number. Briley would then allegedly tell Stacy that the whole time that they hung out together, all Mikayla talked about was going to Texas. After being asked repeatedly by Stacy if she happened to remember the name, she finally does. Austin Shaw, she allegedly tells Stacy. But don't worry, she had already spoken to him. They had already talked. He says that she also told him she's moving to Texas, because that's all she allegedly talked about, according to Briley. So Stacy did a little digging, and this Austin Shaw had no tattoos on his hand, but the person that Mikayla was with definitely had tattoos on her hand. The guy with his old hands around her young throat that night definitely had hand tattoos. At this point, Stacy definitely felt like she was being told half-truths or maybe even whole lies. Then allegedly Briley says she remembers she calls Andrew Pierce. That was him that was in the pictures with her. Stacy, of course, couldn't understand how they couldn't figure out who the guy was when they had just all hung out. Then Stacy delivers a message to Briley. "I will not rest until all 3 of you are behind bars for life." Court is set for July 19th, where Andrew Pierce is expected to get a plea deal. Missouri, do your job. This should be a murder trial due to the circumstances that surrounds this case. Some people do not stash bodies and destroy evidence. For more on this story and others like it, please take a second, click this link, and follow my YouTube.